We created a video script for University Sustainability Practices at ASU. We call it Sparky's Guide to Sustainability. So we worked to develop a short animation that shows the students and faculty at ASU what they can do to act more sustainably and what University Sustainability Practices is currently doing, and how they can help them achieve these goals. So we decided to have the ASU mascot Sparky featured in the film because we thought that he would really resonate with the students and help connect them to the mission of University Sustainability Practices, and would kind of bring a sense of pride to their actions as well. We also tried to emphasize that sustainability is not just about cutting back, so we talked about the benefits to the students through each theme. And the video themes, there's 4, so we have conscious consumerism, waste reduction, resource conservation, and eating smart.
So conscious consumerism really tries to tell students how their actions and what they buy, how they impact the environment and the community. So here's some points we wanted to bring up in the video. First, making purchasing decisions by reflecting on the true cost of the product, stuff like externalities like energy going into it, raw materials used, time used, and things like that. Pretty much refrain from getting newer electronics, basically using the one you have from life until death, and then after it does die, recycling it and using those materials to make new phones. Buy fair trade products. Basically, this is buying products where the money goes to really the real manufacturer of it. For instance, food producers in foreign countries trying to get more money to like the growers themselves instead of the middlemen getting the money in between. And then buying food and using it before it expires. So ensuring that if you're buying fruit and veggies on a constant basis, to not let them spoil and go bad and then just end up throwing it away and creating more waste. And then one big one is purchasing rechargeable batteries, because a lot of kids these days play Xbox and stuff like that, and they're always using batteries. So this can help take a lot of batteries out of landfills.
So the next point we're touching on is waste reduction. There's kind of 3 tips that we're touching on. The first one being using reusable cups for drinks. We could go on to statistics about how many water bottles fill Sun Devil Stadium every year, etc. But we also want to drive the point that using reusable cups at places like Starbucks gets you a discount. So really make it relatable to the students while also encouraging them to be more conscious of the way that they're using materials. Also using sturdy reusable containers, such as leftover from like Panda Express bowls, or you can get your own Tupperware to bring snacks to class. Just really cutting down on like the plastic, the styrofoam, the things that end up in a landfill and eventually polluting our water supplies. And then participating in the zero waste goal by making an effort to properly recycle things, not just walking around and throwing it in the landfill because it's convenient, but making sure that you pay attention to what is recyclable, and at the same time paying attention to what is not recyclable and trying not to cross-contaminate what you're putting into the recycling bin.
All right, so the third one we had was resource conservation. And this is where we wanted students to focus on using less, but also getting more out of what they utilize on a daily basis. This includes using smart power strips for your electronics, which eliminate the effects of phantom power draw. This is where when they're plugged into the wall, the electronics may be off, but they continue to consume energy. We also talked about carpooling or riding your bike or skateboard to get exercise on your way to work or school. We talked about using less one-time use products like water bottles and reusing things like grocery bags and Ziploc bags, or even bringing Tupperware to school instead. That would completely eliminate it. We also gave tips for reducing water consumption, such as low-flow shower heads, or should be obvious, but turning off the water when you're washing your hand or when you're brushing your teeth. And then also applying for the green housing certification program, where students can go and they fill out a checklist of their lifestyle and their habits at home, and if they pass it, they will be able to receive a certification for green housing.
Alright, so the 4th and last concept of the video is eating smart. This initiative would encourage students to eat healthier while also promoting ASU's own food markets as well as other local food options. So we want to introduce more green dining options such as ingrained or devil's greens, as well as promoting the option for students to buy fresh produce such as at the farmer's market that's on campus, and then taking it to their own dormitory community kitchens and preparing it themselves. We also found a couple of resources on ASU for recipes. specifically for students, and we would want to highlight these as well. Ultimately, trying to promote the fact that sustainability in a lot of cases means that you can have more choices, not less. So, in order to help make this video a little more relatable to students and to grab their attention, we would want to create sort of a simpler version of Sparky animated, and hopefully making sure that he's doing these tasks in the script, and simple animation, as well as putting up information like about the facts and statistics related to these sustainability initiatives. So, thank you.
Thank you.